Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. And today we're actually going to talk about one of the most important things that you are going to learn this year, okay? Every year I tell my students that there are three things that I want them to know really well before they leave my classroom. If they learn nothing else but these three things, then at least I'll be happy, okay? And those things are the Declaration of Independence, which is what we're going to learn about today, okay? The Constitution of the United States, and the Bill of Rights, okay? Those three things are extremely, extremely important to you as a United States citizen, okay? And those are definitely things that you need to know about. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to actually look at the Declaration of Independence, okay? This is the official document that declared that the colonies were no longer under British control, that we were going to start our own country, okay? And 56 gentlemen signed at the bottom declaring that that was going to be true, that we were no longer going to answer to the King of England. We were no longer going to be under British control. We were going to start our own country, okay? And so we're going to do a lot of different things with that. I've got some things that I want you to watch online. I've got some things that I want you to read. And then, of course, we're going to talk about some things, okay? And so I've got two videos I want you to watch today, okay? I got the BrainPop video that's going to be in the stream. I've also got a video in the Studies Weekly website that I want you to watch. And then, of course, I want you to read, if you have your Week 6 weekly reader, the blue one, it's the very first article where it says, the Committee of Five declares independence. It's a play that will let you know more information about the Declaration of Independence, okay? And the link to that article also going to be in the stream, all right? But first, what we're going to do is we're going to take some notes, just some basic facts about the Declaration of Independence before you guys get started. So that way it's a little bit easier for you to understand. So I need you to get a piece of paper and a pencil and then come over to the table with me as we look over the notes that I want you to write down. All right, so pencil, paper, so hit pause and then follow me to the table and let's get started on our notes. All right, so here's your notes, the finished product right here. Once again, I'm not going to write it out with you because I think that just makes our video a little bit too long. But you can put your title as the Declaration of Independence, and you'll notice we're doing our who, what, when, where, and why basics of the Declaration of Independence, okay? So who wrote it? Thomas Jefferson was the main writer of the Declaration of Independence. As you read the article, you're going to find out that Benjamin Franklin was in on it, in on that committee to help write it as well. But Thomas Jefferson was the main guy. He was the one who wrote it, and he was extremely, extremely young when he wrote this. So you're going to find out today as you read how young Thomas Jefferson was, because at first he was like, I don't think I don't think I should be the main guy to write it. But everyone was convinced he was such a good writer that he should be the one. So Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence, and notice I did DOI for those of us who can shorten it, so that way you're not writing out Declaration of Independence every time. Now, what exactly is the Declaration of Independence? The Declaration of Independence is the official document that announces the colonies are free from British control, okay? So they were now officially free, and that was the thing. This was basically a letter to the King of England making that announcement, all right? So this is like a letter to the king telling him, hey, this is what's going on. Now, when did this happen? July 4th, 1776, and of course, that's when we always have fireworks and stuff going on, and that's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating our freedom of being under another country's control and to be able to be our own country. So when you guys go to 4th of July fireworks, that's what you're celebrating. You're celebrating the official document, the Declaration of Independence, announcing our freedom. And where was this happening? In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and that's where the Liberty Bell is, okay? After the Declaration of Independence was signed, they rung the Liberty Bell to announce our freedom. And we've already talked about that this year, that a synonym for liberty is freedom. So that's where that comes in. And then, of course, why? Why did we have the Declaration of Independence? So the colonies could now form their own country, the United States of America. And there's our flag, or the original flag of the United States of America. You can draw that. Now, no, I don't exactly have the 13 stars and the 13 stripes, but you get the point, okay? So this is our why. This is why they did it, so we could start our own country. And guess what? We still have that very same country today. Okay, a lot of changes, but that's the country that they started, and that's the country that we have today. All right, so these are the notes. If you have not finished copying that, just go ahead and hit pause, and that way you can finish copying that for on your piece of paper. All right, guys, and that's it for today. So make sure you copy those notes and keep those with you just in case we have a quiz over this or anything like that. Also, don't forget to watch the videos and read the article today that I put in the stream. Make sure you do that. That's very important. Because like I said, the Declaration of Independence has some very important statements in there, and we're going to get to those statements tomorrow. All right, so go ahead and do those things. And if you finish early and still have time for social studies, go back into Google Classroom. I noticed a lot of us still have not finished the assignment that we did yesterday, comparing the British Army with the Continental Army. So make sure you have done that, and any other assignments that are in Google Classroom that you have not finished. All right, other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.